Plenty to get to today, but right now we want to continue our coverage after the tragic school shooting in Minneapolis last week. So today, neighbors and many in the community gathered to march for Annunciation Church and School, where a big memorial has just continued to grow. And we're also learning that more children were injured in that shooting. Police say they've identified 3 more children who were hurt. 2 children were killed, Fletcher Merkel and Harper Moisky. A total of 18 children now and 3 adults were injured. The shooter took their own life behind the church. Today's march was a call for change and serious action when it comes to gun violence. Fox 9's Rob Olson was there for that march today. He joins us now live. So Rob, this really came together pretty quickly. It began as just a few people who wanted to do something and then turned into hundreds of people. So a really big response out there today.
Yeah, very much so. Again, over the last day or two, a couple of neighborhood groups that kind of started working together and started saying we should have this march, not only to show support for Annunciation families, but also to make that call again for a change in gun laws, both at the state level and at the federal level. So they put the call out, they said today before the event, which began at Lake Harriet, before marching down to a park, that they didn't know how many they were going to get because it was going word of mouth and social media. Again, very quickly expected maybe 200 people. Clearly got many more than that. It was we'd never got an official count there, but it was many more than 200. Let's just say that. Marching about 2.5 miles down from Lake Harriet down to Lynnhurst Park in Minneapolis. And a pretty remarkable turnout on a short timeline of planning.
Yeah, Rob, we're seeing the aerials right now as well. There were Annunciation families leading the march, but many others with no direct connection to the school or church also showed up. So tell us about the conversations you had with folks today.
Well, there was a couple of people, I kind of waited for the Annunciation families to pass as I was kind of joining in the middle of the march, and just to give them their space and privacy, and talk to some other people that had showed up, to take part. And a couple of people that I was talking to were elementary school teachers here in Minneapolis at a public school in Minneapolis, who said their first, they were in school on Wednesday, and immediately they were in lockdown as well, and that their hearts just go out, that everybody starts feeling a connection, even if you know people here or not, but in this case fellow educators. And they said they just wanted to join again for that support, but also to continue pressing for changes in gun laws. Here's a bit of what one of them had to tell me.
We're all elementary school teachers, and our school started on Wednesday morning, and we're in lockdown immediately when it started. And I don't know, we just wanted to show up and support the Annunciation families and community, show our support as fellow educators, and we care about our students, we care about our own children.
Yeah, that march ending at Lynnhurst Park, which was the site of a big rally on Wednesday night about 12 hours after the shootings here, in which there were a lot of calls there too for changes to gun laws. We'll have a lot more on this coming up on our news on Channel 9 at 6 o'clock or so, depending on when volleyball ends. Barry's back to you.
Yeah, just with all the people out there, it says a lot about the community for sure.
And the ability for everybody to come together.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah.
Well, also this afternoon, a call for action from youth advocates gathering at the state capitol. That rally meant to call for stricter gun control and gun violence prevention. Speakers from students demand action and moms demand action took to the podium to make those demands. We'll hear more of their perspective coming up tonight on the news at 6.
As for financial ways that you can help the Annunciation community, there are several. The Minneapolis Foundation has also created a text to donate line. The info is there on your screen. Just text ACF1 to 41444. There are also several GoFundMe fundraisers underway for the victims and survivors. We have a list of the verified fundraisers as well as more details on how you can help at fox9.com.